There's so much going on. First of all, how are you feeling? That is the most important thing.
Feeling good, feeling great, honey. Yes, honey, she's
So glad.
thriving.
She
Uh-huh.
is. You look spectacular.
Thank you.
This new season, from what we've seen, is going to be chaotic in the absolute best way. But where do you think you kind of jive in with everybody at this point?
I don't even know if I even know myself at this point, to be honest. It's quite, it's a Rubik's Cube is what I like to call it, because when you think you're good, then you're not. When you're not, then you are. It's really quite an interesting dynamic with these girls. And I'm just recovering from having my, reconstructive surgeries. I'm getting back into my groove of things. And I'm like excited to go into the group. And then what happens after that is beyond my understanding, but there's lots of lost in translation moments where it's kind of like, okay, now. So,
Yes.
I think friendships are being tested. I think this season, loyalty is non-existent in many cases. It's almost like Toy Story is what I want to say, almost,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's cringy at many times, yet it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So we're gonna roll with the punches,
That part.
literally, and the splashes.
I was just gonna say, the one thing about the shows that sometimes can make people crazy is seeing real friendships and seeing them fracture. And that is so sad because you don't like when it happens in your own life. I know you can't say really too much, but we kind of have a vibe as to what could go on. What is it like when you have a friendship? I mean, you were friends with some of the girls coming into the group, friendly with others, but others you developed or had really tight friendships with. So when
Yes.
you have true blue friendships that fracture, what is that like for you? How does that impact you kind of outside the show?
Well, I've been a true friend on and off camera.
Yeah.
And some people decided to, switch up when the lenses went up. And, there's been a big gap between filming
Yeah.
and when you're just hit upside the head with just surprise, here's the new me, and you're like, whoa, who's this before me? Some people I don't recognize in the group at all. I don't recognize them, and so there's a reintroduction to new people in the group that I didn't know that was a recast, but I guess there's a new version of themselves that pull up, honey. Okay, so the call she wasn't what it used to be. We're like, oh shit, so yeah,
A
there's new.
recast. I
Oh yes,
like that.
pretty
I
much.
like that.
I'll call it, but it was what it's disappointing. It gets dark. You'll see some grace, then you'll see clapbacks, and all of that, and all of those things are needed to try to find where the root of this cause is
Yeah.
coming.
I think, yeah. And I think the hardest thing about a friendship ending, even on or off the show, even somebody that was never on the show that you may have a relationship with, it's hard redeveloping that trust because you've now seen the promised land. You've seen,
Hey,
you can't
yes.
get that out of your head.
There you go. It's like PTSD, honey. Okay, I never tell. Yeah, it
Right.
really is. It's like, well,
Exactly.
and then you want to find again the person I am. I'm only gonna, I'm reactionary. So you
Right.
sit there and you're like, but maybe, and I gotta stop. I'm gonna say, no, no more grace. That's the
Right.
problem with me. Is that too much grace is the issue, and now I'm like, we're hands off now. We're not pouring water into cups that are not pouring back into mine.
That's
These are
right.
the boundaries. You don't get to do this and you don't get to do that. And we're gonna find our words the entire time. We know how to find our words, not the water. Okay.
That's
So
right.
that's what it is. And you know, the truth will always come out. And that you can play whatever games you want. And I'm gonna be here like this, just chilling and waiting. Because one thing
Right.
about me, my friend, is I didn't become Harper Bazaar and Vogue's best planner in the world by not taking notes, honey. I take notes, I listen, and then I will bring you the receipts with a beautiful bow on it. And this season, you see the best of Guerdy. Gertify that ass, honey.
I love it. I absolutely love that. And I was a fan of you before the show because I just was so impressed at the events you would throw and the detail into them. So,
Thank you.
what has it been like? Before you were girdifying events all over, but now you're girdifying them as a housewife.
Yeah.
So, what is it like to have that extra layer on your career out while you're still doing events?
Well, I'm actually taking a pause from doing events because obviously of my cancer
Okay.
journey, and it
Sure.
feels so good because now actually my brand is developing into something else. What people don't know is that my major was communication arts, so I was the TV 45 president back at my college, so I have TV background. And actually now I have my own segment called G Spot with Guerdy that's going to be airing on Island TV, which is a local station, but airing everywhere. And so I'm going to be now doing another side of Guerdy that people haven't seen, and that's the correspondent side, and that's the journalistic side. So it's really exciting to be able to shed my layers. There's way more to me than you've seen. And this season, you actually get to see a very deep core issue that it has been at the root. I think some relationships where I'm being misunderstood by my friends, by people. So this season is where you're going to really get to know me, like really get to know me. Yeah. And that's going to be good, I think. Yeah.
I am so jealous that I did not come up with the name G Spot for you. That is amazing.
Honey, G Spot with Guerdy. Hello.
That is the best name. The best name. You know, one thing about you that we all love and that the boys especially love is that handsome husband of yours.
He's in the other side of the room, honey. Yes, he
is.
What
we love, you know what we love? He stays in the cut, but when he has to step up, he steps up. But you guys are so solid. Your boys are so solid. Your unit is so solid. So how do you stay so solid when there are marriages, divorces, maybe I'm married, maybe I'm not, all around you? How do you guys stay as such a tight nucleus?
G unit. I mean, we are tight, like as thieves, like for real. When I tell you, I'm actually a tomboy by nature. People don't know this, but I'm either glam or I'm going to be the most simple girl you've ever seen. In fact, at night, I'm like, hey, don't shoot me because I may look like Tyrone, okay, up in here. Because I'm so I'm so simple, no makeup, nothing. I'm chilling with the boys, and for sure, we keep it simple. Kiss. That's the family motto. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss.
That's great.
And that's the way we make things. We don't overcomplicate things. We're very direct. We're very honest, and we go back to the core of who we were before any of this. So that's that high school sweetheart love. That's that you're my bloodline love. That's that we don't fuck with no one. We protect our own love. So that integrity can never be stripped by Hollywood because he's not interested in it.
Not at all. Yeah.
He don't want to be in the spotlight. He's only here for me. And he's literally like, I know where his limits are. So I respect those. The minute you push to someone to go on stage when they don't want to, that's going to be the beginning of the demise. And I see that blind spot, and I'm watching it, and I'm towing the line. Like, nope, we're backing up. We're coming forward. We're backing up. It's a dance, and we dance very loud.
You're right. He's a real life superhero. So, I mean, you couldn't do better. He's a gem.
When I tell him, I'm like, oh my God, who raised you? He's like, you. I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. Like, oh, shit, that's right. We were like 16.
I know. I have one of them too. He could care less anything about what I do. He wants to see, like, on Friday night when we're just deciding if we're going to watch Drag Race or not. That's all he cares about.
There you go. And what we're going to eat.
That's right. That's right. It's the best. So you are the first housewife I'm talking to this season, right as Pride Month is starting. Oh. You, as I'm sure you know, are a favorite of the community. The boys live for you. Oh. What is it like to be in the middle of a series and of a reboot that has been so adored, but has such an amazing fan base from the community?
Well, honey, if you thought you loved us before, we do have a couple cameos from Carmen Carrera, honey. And you know what she brings to the table. Okay, that ass. Okay,
yes.
Carmen, did you see her body? Like what? So she's she comes in as I don't know if she's a friend or whatever. She has cameos.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping we see more of her, honey, in the future.
I hope so too.
Really do. It's a voice I think that is very needed. It's a Miami representation that is a void for sure. And her transformation, her evolution of who she was to who she is, it is remarkable. And the trailblazing work that she's done for the community, in the community, is to be studied, honey.
I agree. I have known Carmen. She's a fellow Jerseyite. We've known her 20-some years.
Wow.
She is the absolute best.
Oh.
She's no different than she was before Drag Race, when she was in the clubs down here with me. She's no different. She's the best.
Oh, yes, she is. I love her. I really do.
Yeah,
so,
I love that.
Have her.
No, I'll finish with this because I think this is a really important question for somebody in Florida. I think Florida gets so much backlash for so many reasons right now. I personally love it. I'm finding myself down there more and more.
Yes.
What is something that gives you pride about being a Floridian and about raising your family and building your business and your brand down there?
There's no other sauce like the Miami sauce, honey. It is literally a melting pot that you cannot replicate the recipe to. we could have had a 30 episode season. No, but like seriously, it's the passion, is the culture clash and or symphony that
Yep.
we create together, and everyone has their cultural aspect on the respect levels, on how you talk to someone, whatever. So you'll say like, hey girl, pass me the saw, honey, and it's like, I'm not your honey. So that already, just asking a question, can create some kind of drama by itself. And I'm not saying that it's good, but it's to be studied, and there's always a teachable moment behind everything. I think that we are as a cast and a group together, because we love hard, we fight hard, we're very passionate about everything, and that collision could be a beautiful or ugly, or whatever it's going to be,
Right.
it's going to be. And that
Right.
that we're not polite, and that's the thing. When you're looking at another franchise, it's very like, well, I thought that you were very disrespectful. When we're like, bitch, what the hell were you talking about when you said that? No, we're gonna give it to you real. And that's the difference between the Beverly Hills and the Miami. It's like the way we communicate. No one's wrong in how they communicate, but it's
Right.
completely different. And
Yes.
that's where you like, it's like cringe, or it's like, oh yes, like you either love it or you don't. And that's the grain
That's right. That's right. This is not Beverly Hills. Well, listen, I can't thank you enough for taking the time and for girdifying the Real Housewives of Miami. We absolutely love it. Okay. All the best.
Thank you.
Much love, honey. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.